That was just me tossing a few apples in. I hear movement down there, so I'm not really actually going to go down there. But I'll leave some apples as gifts. That's what I just threw in there. At the end of this trail you see right in front of me. There's a structure, what I call a top crossing X. It's over this trail. You go down this trail and sort of either veers to the left or right. It Y's off. You take the Y to the right and it goes underneath a top crossing X. There's a squirrel over there making a lot of noise. I'm going to lob another apple that way. See how far I get. You can see all the trees. I'll show you in a second. They've been pulled across and laid across and knocked down across this trail right ahead. Right there you can see all those trees that have been laid across and pulled across this trail. And before there was even more structure across that trail, but I cleared some of it off and then came back and found other down trees, some rotted and some actually pretty fresh, pulled across the trail there. And since then it's some of the branches that were connected to those dead trees and living trees were broken off. They were sticking up vertically, and to make it so people, I guess people could walk down there, but I think they also cleared some of it for themselves. I believe Bigfoot was sort of marking this area as a way to make it more difficult for, I guess, for us to cross through here. But I'm pretty much standing at the spot where I got a rock thrown at me, and then right back there in that direction, and all that brush, probably about 30 feet from where I'm standing, an obvious, not a loud but not a soft, but just an obvious wood knock occurred. Like we threw something at you and then I proceeded to come a little farther. 7 or 8 seconds later I got the wood knock. After I proceeded to come, after they threw something at me, I proceeded to come down here. Pan back. So this is what we're looking at. This whole area has been trampled. Right at the outset of winter, late fall, this area was thickly brushed, like you can see right over there. It was brushed like that. Now it's trampled down. All this area right in front of me, it's all been trampled down. You know, I understand deer have been bedding back here, and there's been a lot of deer activity, and I'm sure they're bedding back here. But I just can't believe there's that many deer back here bedding. We're talking about a few deer flattening all these weeds down back here. It's possible, but it's all trampled down. I see indications of prints, what appear to be, yeah, there's some deer prints back here, old ones. You can tell this is a result of, these are walnut trees, all these small and larger trees. These are all walnut trees. Here's some of the what's left of the walnuts. So there's a lot of good, a good food source back here. Yeah, this has all been trampled down. It goes right back to the tree where the X was sitting against the tree, or leaned up against the tree. And that larger X was taken down and replaced with a smaller X. I'll show you what I mean here. Branch break right up there in that old pine tree. Right there. That's at about the, it's about the 9-foot level, 9 to 10-foot level where it's broken. Here's that X I'm talking about. You'll see it. It's a small, shorter X. It's been leaned up on the right side of this tree. And last season, well, spring of last year, there was a big X crossed in front of this tree with a third uprooted tree or a large branch placed in the middle of it. They always have that intersecting third branch in the middle of the X. Well, that got taken down, and when I came back, ultimately, it would have been fall to winter of last year, I found this instead. These two branches crossed on the side of the tree, a small crossing, what I call a bottom crossing X. in one of the original pieces of the primary X, and with this vine holding it in place, like it was put there and then trapped there, right there, and then this put on the bottom of it. So I feel that's been placed. I feel that was put there for an obvious reason. Check you later, guys. Let me know if you see anything that I can't actually make out or spot, but let me know in the comments. That's heavy equipment you're hearing in the background. One thing I noticed is after this trailhead, after I get past this trailhead, anywhere from 30 to 50 to even 100 yards in, you won't see a lot of structure. You'll see the occasional arch and those two X's I talked about, the one that's been taken down, replaced by a smaller X, and then the X at the bottom of that one trail that is a top crossing X that goes over the top of the trail. I call that top crossing, so you can actually walk under it. I never showed that in this video, but I have showed it in other videos. It's still there. I was there a couple weeks ago and it was still there. Here's what I mean. If I show this to you in the distance, so you can pick it up, you'll see that huge tree. I'd say the base of the tree is 10 inches in diameter, right over there. and it's pinned on the other end. You'll see it behind all that brush. But that's their handiwork. And this area has been cleared just like the other area. Usually it's fairly brushy in the summertime, and even with all this leaf litter, it gets really crowded with weeds and grows pretty thick through here. You're walking through a pretty dense brushy area when it's late spring and early summer. Let me take a look over here. Here's the arch I was talking about. You'll see how it curves down right there. And then comes all the way down. It was trapped at one time, still is sort of trapped at this end. You can hear the trees rubbing against each other. You go 40, 50 feet up and it's a little windy up there. Yeah, here's the other end of that. That arch comes down and just basically ends in the top of, in a treetop right here. And you can see where this, sort of pushed underneath this other piece of deadfall, with the darker bark on it, and it's sort of trapped as it comes down. And it's still alive, still full of leaves in the summertime. Grows up, but it was trapped at the end. This was pulled over and trapped at the end. And what you hear in the background is a train. The tracks are probably, train's fairly large, or I should say busy when you do hear it. It gets fairly loud. The tracks are probably 2.5 miles from here, but it sounds like the train's, not even 100 yards away. It just, noise travels really well in these parts. And you'd see where this game trail and travel way for all the animals, deer, foxes, coyotes, and probably Bigfoot, go right through this area, right down to there. And over those down trees, and that trail continues. And if you follow it, eventually it'll take you to a series of hills, and then over those hills you'll come right up to the edge of the river. Yep, I hear something walking in the distance. I don't think my phone will pick it up. It doesn't have a good microphone. Could be deer walking. Could be just about anything. going to sign off right now and maybe resume this later.